your connection in Southern Oregon and Northern California. This is News 10 at 6.
Good evening, I'm Rick Tillery.
I'm Trish Close. Thanks for joining us tonight. Investigators in Kerby are trying to figure out if this weekend's homicide was criminal or justifiable.
News 10's Caitlin Conrad explains the facts that police are working with in tonight's top story at 6.
There's a lot of information surrounding the shooting in Kerby that left one man dead and has no one behind bars. Sifting through and finding the facts is what Josephine County is trying to do before they file any charges.
It involves two neighbors that have had an ongoing dispute, and now there's an investigation involving a shooting where one neighbor is now dead.
Deputy District Attorney Lisa Turner says there are some things we know for sure. The victim, Leron Estes, was shot and killed by his neighbor, but the events leading up to it are what they need to find out. Estes' wife says she saw the shooting firsthand.
Heard pap, 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 and then the third one, my husband says, "I'm hit." Oh my God, I'm not kidding, I'm hit. And he got over here and he collapsed.
Barbara Hicks says her husband, Leron Estes, who we interviewed back in 2012 for a completely separate story, was fixing a privacy fence between the two properties and fell. She says that's when Easley started shooting. Hicks says the fatal wound hitting her husband in the back.
He shot him in cold blood, and then he shot him in the back and ran. He ran like a coward.
Hicks admits they have never gotten along with their neighbor, but she says the last man to live on her property didn't either. Hicks says Easley killed his last next-door neighbor, Kenneth Vaughn, 5 years ago, and claimed self-defense then, never facing charges.
That was investigated, but I can't get into the particulars with that.
Neighbors in the area say with Easley free and still in the possession of firearms, they're nervous, but law enforcement says there's no public threat.
Does it raise any red flags for the investigation team that this second person he's killed?
And I can't comment on that.
Covering your news in Kerby, Caitlin Conrad, News 10.
Turner says there's still a lot of evidence to collect before a decision on charges is made. Oregon self-defense law says you can only use force with like force. If you do use deadly force, you have to fear your life is at risk. Deadly force cannot be used just to protect your property, and if deadly force is used as a person is fleeing, the person using the force could face murder or criminal homicide charges.